Hi guys, hope you're well. Welcome to DOdaily. Wednesday workout. Des here, of course. Wednesdays are all about trying to provide that perfect midweek motivation to keep people thinking about activity, thinking about getting involved, thinking about how we can best tackle what's being thrown at us right now. Tomorrow we're facing lockdown, but like I said yesterday, we're not going to dwell on that. We're going to focus on the things that we can do. It's important to keep getting out there. Yesterday I set the Wednesday workout challenge. It's all sort of tied in with the Poppy Run from the Royal British Legion, so look that up. There was a link on the end of yesterday's video. It's just about getting involved in a virtual event if you want to. Whatever distance you like, you've got between, I think it's till the end of the month to sign up. It's not directly a do running event, but I thought it'd be a useful event to take part in to get people sort of wanting to do something really positive again and wanting to take part. There's a nice medal and t-shirt, so like I say, look that up on yesterday's video. There's a link there, or just tap in the Poppy Run in the internet and it'll definitely come up. If you're not doing that, it's just about getting out there for some all-important activity. I've just finished a 5k run. I've just been to meet a friend I've not seen throughout lockdown, so it was nice to sort of catch up over a run, grab a coffee and have a quick chat before we went off in the different directions. I'm just walking home from Nottingham city centre. I'm heading back towards where I live, and to be honest, it's my second effort today, because I went out first thing with a friend as well. Did a 10k run this morning. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed sort of getting that race feel. And whilst I'm a little bit tired now, done lots of activity this week. Really buzzing about how much I've been able to do. I mentioned a lot through DOdaily that I've been injured, but I'm keeping the pace down, keeping the distance down, despite the fact I've done lots of runs. I've done lots of smaller runs, and it's just important to remember to do what I can, so I'm not doing those longer runs for the time being, not trying to push it too hard, but making sure I get regular activity to keep me on top form, feeling positive. It's the best medicine. It's the best medicine for me. It's what makes me tick. It's what keeps me going. And when we're facing the prospect that we're facing right now, and when we get into the crux of another busy week, it's just important to do all those things that work, that you still can, and still keep pushing forward. And that's what we've got to do, guys. It doesn't stop here. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through another week. There's no reason not to keep attacking it. Whatever's happening, right? We've got to keep going. Just keep pushing on. Keep doing what we do. Keep sorry, I'm just conscious of someone behind me. I don't want to get too close, because we've got to abide by those rules, haven't we? And whilst it is the sort of last day, there's still plenty to adhere to, plenty to make sure we stick to, because that's really important. The one thing we've got to do in this next few weeks is sorry, I was just crossing the road, is make sure that we do our best as a team, all together, everyone, as a community, as a race, to get rid of this virus. It's gone on too long now, and if we all do a bit, if we all keep to the rules, keep doing our activity, keep healthy, that's the important thing. Lots of people walking through the city centre there. It was key that we did, because people are worried about us as runners spreading germs. But what people need to realise is it's so important to stay healthy, not just for self, but for the NHS. This is all about the burden it's putting on them, of course, and the struggles they're going to face over the winter months. So if we can stay on top form, fight our own illnesses, by doing the things that we know work, it's going to be crucial in making that happen, isn't it? And that's really the message today, is to just do all those things we need to do heading into the lockdown period. It's not a time to worry. You know, I was trying to figure out how much I'm going to actually miss, apart from the things I'm already missing. You know, I mentioned football, I mentioned cricket, I mentioned all the sort of spectator sport I like to watch. But other than that, I can still run, I can still read, I can still watch the television. You know, of course, it's the real tough side of it is missing family, missing people, you know. But I tend to spend a lot of my time with people who like getting involved in activity, like doing the things I do. So by meeting them one by one, of course, we all love a group situation, we all love community. That's what DOdaily and Do Running is all about. It's about bringing people together to share what we love. We can still do that, it's just got to be reined in a little bit, you know. But it really is important to stay in touch. I'm not asking anybody to sort of flirt with the rules or break the rules, but get out there, do some activity, keep arranging to meet people, keep your distance, keep that 2 meters. That's the really important thing. You know, if you do what you have to do, I've said it a million times by now, if you do what you have to do, nobody's going to be affected. Well, they might be affected, but it's not going to be because of you. And if you're doing it and you're keeping your distance, that means somebody's keeping their distance from you, whether they're controlling it or not. So just bear that in mind, guys. But like I say, please keep talking. I mentioned, well, I've already said about meeting a couple of friends today at different times. You know, we've got to keep doing that. Whilst the tendency is to sort of lock ourselves away and stop worrying, you know, what we can still do is meet people, just one person at a time. But if we want to meet lots of people, that gives us opportunity to spread it out, fill up the time, fill in the gaps of the things that we would be doing. You know, try and find a positive. For example, with the football, you know, at the start of the last lockdown, I filled that with listening to some dance music when I'd normally attend football matches. Do you know, one thing I love is dance music, but don't really get the opportunity through time and doing lots of other things. Do you know, so I kind of revisited that, really got back into that again, you know, and really enjoyed sort of taking that time out on a Saturday afternoon. Sorry, a bit shaky there. Taking that time out again for me, you know, and that's really important, isn't it? Just taking that, remembering sometimes, you know, we beg for that little bit of free time, that little bit of spare time to enjoy the things we can. You know, just don't be sort of washed up by the fact we can't do everything all at once. You know, we all get a bit consumed by everything sometimes and a bit overwhelmed. Now's the time to take that time back. You know, enjoy what we can do. Keep getting out there, keep getting that activity in, keep posting your pictures, keep motivating and inspiring. And if we can do that, we're halfway to getting through the situation already. It'll be over before you know it. There's so much we can do. Just keep thinking, can. And you'll get there, you know. Personally, I'm going to set myself a few little challenges. You know, nothing too difficult, nothing I haven't done before. To tick off the 28 days whilst we're in lockdown. Again, it's something I can do. I'm going to stop drinking. You know, because I really want to push on. I set myself a little target a month or so ago to lose some weight by the end of the year. So this is going to be give me the perfect opportunity. Whilst I spend a lot of time socialising in pubs and places like that, whilst it's fantastic when I do, you know, this gives me the opportunity to work at that challenge, you know, and give that a real go. And I'm also going to get out there. I mentioned right at the start of the video, I'm managing to run regular, you know, which is something I've been craving for a long time. So I'm going to try and do 5k a day, give it a real push, you know, without pushing myself too much. 5k a day during lockdown, and again, each day that passes, rather than it be a negative of what we can't do, what we haven't done, it will be another day of achieving something, achieving those small goals, which go to creating those small wins. And I've mentioned that a few times in the last week or so. That's what it's about right now. Whilst we can't look too far in front, what we can do is still keep achieving along the way, you know. And when you're achieving, you're feeling good, one positive action leads to another. So that's all I've got to say today, guys, is just face up to what's happening with positivity, with a sense of reality, you know, that it's not going to be forever. Things are sent to testers sometimes, and it's just another one. Right, there's many tougher situations we've faced. I will just touch on the fact, a post I did on my own social media about getting in that activity this morning, doing the virtual event, finishing at the War Memorial where I came from yesterday. It just kind of reminded me about the guys who were actually doing that for, those heroes who fought in the wars, you know, and the sacrifices they made. So whilst 4 weeks seems a long time without life's luxuries that we've got used to and sort of think we can't live without, you know, it reminded me to think of those guys who went months, weeks, months, years without seeing the family. Some of them didn't even come home again, you know, and that's why we have a remembrance day and service and such memorials. So it's quite poignant finishing where I did, you know, and a nice reminder that we can live without some of this if we keep thinking what we can do. Do you know, we've got to live with the hope of those guys who went out there not knowing what they were facing. Do you know, like I say, some of them not even coming home. We know at the end of all this, we've got a chance to put things right and go again and be happy and all the better for it. So that is all I've got to say for today, guys. Do you know, it's really important just to sort of keep going, get out there, tag us in, do you know, get in a walk, a run, do you know, get out on the bike, do a home workout, whatever makes you feel great. Tag us in. All those will be at the end of the video, and keep watching. I'm going to be here throughout lockdown, going to keep doing what I'm doing because I absolutely love it and I can. So till tomorrow, guys. Thursday thoughts. I'd love to get a few more responses to that question, that throwback question about where you've really sort of hit the comeback trail and proved that from a real negative situation that things can be great again. And also keep posting your questions. I'd love something to go at on the comments on this video or on any of the social media posts, and I'll be back live at 6 o'clock, do you know, looking forward. So for now, guys, just doing it.